Oh, that's just incredible. Well, good morning on this very cold morning in mid-November 2018. And the reason I'm being quite specific on the time and year here is because this video will probably go out of date quite quickly. Now, the reason I'm making this video is a YouTube channel called JM on Cars, done by a gentleman called James Martin, recently did a video about the massive price drop in the second-hand value of McLaren cars, specifically the MP412C. And he goes on to explain his thoughts as to why they've dropped so dramatically. Some of these drops are over £50,000 over their original buy price. So I will put a link to that video in the comments section on this video. So if you want to go and watch that, you can. And I do agree with a lot of the thoughts that James has put on this about why these cars have fallen so dramatically in value. Now, when we say an MP412C second-hand is cheap, we have to keep in mind that everything is relative. So if you were comparing this to a Ford Focus, it's by no means cheap. In fact, it's very expensive. However, when you compare it to the original new price of the 12C, or you compare it to the second-hand price of a current McLaren 720S, for example, the 12C is an absolute bargain. So I thought it would be really interesting to go along and look at the current cheapest MP412C you can buy. This car is currently on the market at just under £80,000, and it's currently on sale. I've rung the dealer who's selling it. He says it's got a full McLaren service history. He's even used it himself for the last year, and he says he's had to do absolutely nothing to it other than service it. So it will be quite interesting to go and see just what you get for your money when you're looking at the cheapest McLaren 12C in the UK. So I'm setting off now. Let's go and have a look and see what it's like. Well, the sat-nav's taken me down a little, just a little side road. I'm not sure as I'm in the right place, but I've seen an industrial estate on the left-hand side, so I'm going to take a look, and I think it's down here. We finally found them. Finally here. Let's go in and see if we can see this McLaren. Let's just have a look. So it's got a cover over it.
The other guy there, it's his car, he's wrote it back and wrote it back. It's like a loss leader, isn't it?
Right, okay. Wow. That's really, so there it is. There it is. Yeah, I'd be interested to have a look. Yeah. Okay. So we've got the carbon fibre wing mirrors. Got the McLaren wheels here. Got the bright orange McLaren brakes on it, and the wheels looking pretty good nick. Apart from a few little marks here on the centre cap, just on the centre cap there, just slightly marked. But the wheels do look to be in really good condition. Let's look down the side of the bodywork. And it does look really nice, actually. No sort of major marks that I can see anyway. I need my friend Mike Myers here to spot things. He's very good at spotting problems with cars, but this is a good start. There it is. So it's 2012 then. It does look really nice. There's a little bit of build-up of mist there on the lights. I'm not sure whether that's picking up too well. Just here, a bit of mist. We've got the bit of water inside the rear lights, but other than that, it's pretty good. Okay, gonna let you do it. There we go. So there it is. Are you okay with me?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
get
no
some
problem, no
of it? Yeah.
Once it started up.
In a second, yeah, we'll see what it sounds like. Yeah, yeah. So, full Alcantara interior, orange stitching. Okay. This is of course the carbon tub. It's carbon tub, which is obviously carpeted, unlike my Alfa Romeo 4C, which is all this is exposed. So this is all carpeted on the McLaren. The seats all in pretty good nick, actually. It's in pretty good nick. Got the leather seats with like an Alcantara finish just on the inside of the seats here. Memory seats, electrically adjustable. Carbon fibre all down the middle, of course, typical McLaren. Got the carbon fibre, got the engine start button there, electric parking brake, and of course the McLaren digital display. It does look really, really nice, I have to say. Let's have a go inside it. There we go. So this is it. Oh, yes. Wow. That's a nice place to be, that is.
Yeah.
Shall I get that?
But once you're in, it's lovely and comfy, isn't it?
That is, yeah, it is. It's really well set up. It's got then the rev counter. Now that reminds me of a Yamaha R1 bike, actually. And then you've got a display on here as well. Then.
Yeah, that's
So that's
for the aircon and
that gives you the aircon. That's
yeah,
right, doesn't it? So
heater controls.
so you can control the aircon from that side if you're a passenger.
Yeah, so it's proper individual.
Yeah, and that's your door opening lever down there. Yeah, it's a really nice place to be, actually. Wow. Right, so I see there's a load of switches here. One, two, three.
Press one and take you,
Press one.
slide you forward.
So that comes up. You get your McLaren there. Okay, so there's no. So if I just go engine start.
Yeah.
Because it says no key in vehicle.
Right.
Could that be the reason?
Yeah.
So put it in there. Right, here we go then. There we go. Right, try that. No key found. It's still saying no key. So I'll put it. Oh, there we go.
Go on, just try again.
So try again. Here we go. So hopefully the key's there now. So we're going to try this. Oh. That's better. Just turn the radio down. So we've got 42,573 miles. What a sound! That's awesome. So if I take my foot off the brake, we're okay. You've got a winter mode, launch control, active suspension. I take it that is active suspension. And it all seems to be working. That's your media system. Right, so you've got phone, media. So you've got navigation here. If we touch the navigation button. There we go. So that loads up the nav. Okay, let's go OK. And there it is. So you can zoom in and zoom out on the sat nav on there. There we go. Then I guess we go menu to go back. Press that to come back out again. So it's all there, it's all working. So we're getting the engine warmed up now, and it's that's just incredible. have to say this is an unbelievable feeling being in this car. It's in immaculate condition, everything's there, it seems absolutely fantastic, really, really good. When you start it up, you can feel the whole engine vibrate through your body. It's a real serious experience. Awesome. So we've got, so this is the McLaren service book. So we've got one at let's get it like that. Come on. So there you go, one at 11,000 miles, is that right? Oh sorry, yeah, 11,000, yeah. And then we go to the next one, which is,
That was McLaren London.
that's McLaren London. Then we go to the next one,
2
which
and 3.
is 2, yeah. So we've got 21,000. So whoever had it was doing some miles. Today
Yeah,
it goes 21,000, then it goes 30,000, all in McLaren in London, right? And then McLaren London again, and we've got 35,000 and 41,000.
And then,
Right. And then just so not as many miles on the last year.
that's
On
when
the-
I
yeah,
got
that's
it.
where you, where you had it.
As
So
I
you've
said,
only
I
done
got
2,000.
it.
So there you have it. That was the cheapest McLaren in the country as at November 2018. I did get to have a look at the paperwork, and it's 2 owners from new. It does have a full McLaren service history on the book. The negative sides of it were the paintwork was a little bit below standard. It did have a few minor marks, etc. on the paint. Also, I noticed on the headlights and the rear lights there was some condensation appearing inside the lenses of the lights. But they were pretty minor things, to be fair. I mean, this is just obviously just a passing glance. So on the positive side though, again, it has got full McLaren service history. It was extremely well looked after inside the car, certainly. The owner of the car is actually the business partner in the garage that's selling it. And what's interesting is it has done obviously 41 or more thousand miles. Now there's 2 ways of looking at that. Some people look at it and say, well, for a supercar that is really high mileage. However, I do recall reading in Evo magazine an article or an update that had been put in by a guy called Simon George, who was running supercars as a hire and track day business. And what he noted in one of his updates to Evo magazine was that even if you have a supercar that's done over 30 or 40,000 miles, what he actually found were the cars became more reliable at that mileage rather than less reliable, because the engines had been well worn in. So it depends how you look at it. What did I think? Well, it was a nice car. Starting it up, the engine, the sound of the engine and the vibration that goes through you is unbelievable. It really is an absolute thrill. And I can't think, I've sat in a Lamborghini Gallardo, I've sat in and started up a Ferrari F430, and those cars didn't seem to give me the feeling that that McLaren does. Not only that, there's another thing to keep in mind, that McLaren is a 2012 plate car, so it's reasonably new, whereas for £79,000, if you're looking at Lamborghini or Ferrari, you are looking at cars considerably older than that McLaren. So you're getting a pretty good deal with that car. The big question you've got to ask yourself is, would you take the risk of buying a McLaren which has been known for reliability issues? And also, would you buy a McLaren from an independent dealer? That's one for you to decide. Hope you like the video. Take care.